What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking all about partial, mostly frontal hair systems. Now, for those of you who are just kind of getting involved in this community and they're wondering, well, what is a partial? How is that different than a hair system? A hair system generally refers to a full toupee that covers the top of your head, basically from the crown over to your hairlines. Now, a lot of partials, when people are talking about them, they're talking about something that covers the front hairline. So this region right here, although some people do have partials that cover just their crown and or other regions of their heads, depending on their type of alopecia and where it is. So we're going to be talking about that stuff today a little bit. This video is sponsored by Lord Hair. They asked me to make a video on this topic since there's not really a lot of commentary or a lot of content on frontal or partial hair systems. So let's just jump into it, shall we? Now, in this video, we'll be talking about what makes a good or bad partial hair system, things that you have to be mindful for, if it's something that you should do, if you shouldn't do, all of that kind of fun stuff. Okay, now we're gonna kind of jump into this first video that I found right here. This is actually a Lord Hair video. So we can see this guy right here. He has some decent density back here in the second half of his the top of his scalp, but obviously the front, he has some hair missing. This might have been shaved previously, but he's also got some thinning right here. So we see that his hair loss is accelerating and that he doesn't have that density up front. Okay, so we can see this is essentially what a partial might be. Instead of a hair system which would come all the way back over here, right? A partial system is something that covers basically your temporal region, your hairline region. Could be a different area, but for this, we're seeing that he's getting something installed in the front, which is going to replace his hairline, and it's going to attempt to match up with his natural hair, both on the sides and behind his hairline. So we can see that this is being cut in, right? And we're gonna see how they style it, doing a little bit of thinning. And this is the ultimate result that we're getting towards right here. So this is the kind of stuff that's possible, although, you know, this is a little bit high, I would say. He does have some temples a little bit high. Maybe I would, you know, use a unit with some recession right there, just to make it a little bit more natural. But the cool thing about these partials or frontals, if you will, is the fact that you don't have to use as much hair system. Now, why is that good? Because less is generally more when it comes to a hair system. There are full caps, meaning hair systems that cover your entire head. We would refer to these maybe as wigs, but a lot of us don't need that. We have hair loss just in the basic kind of male pattern baldness on the top of our head. So we only use what we need to. Some people have lost hair in only their temporal region. Some people have only lost some hair in some of their crown. And because of that, they really don't need a full hair system. Now, of course, this does present its own unique challenges. All right, so let's take a look at this video, shall we? So we see this guy right here really does not have a lot of recession when it comes to his hair. He's really just looking to get a little bit of his hairline restored. So they've shaved it down and they're going to be applying, look at this strip right here. I mean, we're talking about maybe a half an inch or an inch right here, just giving like a little bit of coverage up front to restore that full, you know, youthful hairline, if you will. So this can be a great option for people. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of come back over here towards the tail end of the video, so that way we can kind of look at some of the things that, you know, you'll want to be mindful of. Now, this guy right here has his before and after pictures, as we can see on the screen. Now, I really want to go to this side profile look right here because I think this one is important. So if we look at it, right, some of the issues that you're going to be facing specifically with, you know, a partial unit like this right here is matching up your density, your volume, and the texture of the hair up here on top. Now, with a hair system up on top and our natural sides, sometimes we can get away with a little bit of a difference in both the density or the volume or even the texture of it, because there's kind of this natural part, and it also might be a disconnected haircut, meaning that, you know, the hair on the sides is much shorter than the hair up top. being disconnected. It's not like perfectly, you know, blended in. So it doesn't need to be like that. Undercut is an extreme example of that, completely disconnected. Now, with something like this, because the hair is naturally flowing from here back to here, one of the things that you have to be careful of is to make sure that the match in the density, the volume, of course, the hair color, and finally the texture are a good match for you. Now I'm about to bring someone on the screen right here. He's a YouTuber, but really, you know, this is the guy who has talked about partial systems more than anybody else on YouTube. So I think that, you know, it's not that he's actually done a bad job, but he's a good representation of some of the things that you might have to watch out for, if you know what I mean. So this right here, we know, stick on hair. This guy he's a trip. He's been making videos probably the longest, maybe, I think, out of anybody that's done like hair system stuff specifically. But anyways, this guy right here is wearing a partial system. If we go back here, now this has gotten a little bit deeper, I think, than what he used to do. I think he used to be a little bit shallower. So, you know, that's interesting. I haven't watched his videos in a while. If we go back to here, right, the reason that I'm bringing this up specifically is because of something that, you know, stick on hair has to deal with very much because of like his natural hair. So he's got like a very, it's a pronounced wave inside of his hair. If we look back in here, this texture right here versus up here. Now, this difference in texture is, it's noticeable. It's not terrible, meaning like, okay, this guy is not going to be able to get away with it. You know, 90% of the people that see him on the street are not going to know any different, but there is a difference in the texture of his hair here on the sides. And this is falling into the hair that's on both the back and the sides of his head. I am trying to find like a part of the video where he shows more so like the difference in the texture of his hair up top, but it's a little bit harder to find. I haven't found one in this video yet. Yeah, to be honest, guys, I can't find an example of this like what I was talking about, but it's okay. First off, stick on hair does a great job. I mean, he's been doing this for a super long time and he knows what he's doing. But the point is that if you have a partial hair system, if you have a hair system where you're matching not your hair to your hair right here, you want to make sure that the density is correct, because if there's a big difference in the density, it's really going to show. It's already a problem with hair systems, but having a lot of hair up here, the hair back here, is something that's going to be noticeable. And you want to make sure that if you do have a curl pattern to your hair, if it's wavy or curly, that you either get a hair system to match the right curl, or you wear your natural hair a little bit shorter to match the look. You know, most stock systems that you're going to find have, I think it's like a 23 millimeter rod or something similar like that. So there's a body wave to it. But if you have excessively curly, not excessively curly hair, but if you have curly hair or very wavy hair, it's going to probably show a little bit more than those that have a gentle body wave or really straight hair. So it's something for you to know. Now, lastly, the color has to be really spot on. I mean, this is something for every single person with a hair system that you have to be conscious of. The color, if you go from, you know, a 6 to a 7 back here, it's going to be noticeable. So if you can't get the exact right color, considering highlights or lowlights to blend in both of, you know, the system with your natural hair is something that you can do to mask it. And I'd recommend taking a look at that. It's going to be easier to provide like some lowlights than highlights with most colors, because it's a little bit easier to go darker than it is lighter. So that's something you may want to consider. Ultimately, guys, here's my thoughts on if you should get a partial. Now, this right here is the famous Norwood scale, which measures your hair loss and male pattern baldness and the progression of it. So here's my thoughts. Now, you should be going for as little as what you need when it comes to hair replacement, when you're talking about hair systems and things like that. So if you're up here in like the Norwood 1, you know, the Norwood 2, perhaps, if you're in the Norwood 3, perhaps this range right here, or maybe even 4, I think that, you know, getting a partial is something that you need to consider, and you kind of need to weigh the options. Of course, keep in mind that like hair systems can grow with you. And what I mean by that is you don't have to have a full hair system right away. If you decide like, hey, I'm not gonna do drugs, I'm not gonna do that whole gambit, I'm not gonna do a hair transplant, you can start with a partial if you see that you're losing your hair and you know what course is coming, right? That's a gentler progression than just going from no hair to a bunch of hair, like a lot of us have had to do, because you know we're dealing with the fact after the matter, if you will. But once we start getting into, you know, this territory over here, when it comes to like the Norwood 4, the Norwood 5, where, you know, we're starting to get that crown recession and the frontal recession and the thinning throughout the middle, you know, this type of stuff. This is where I would say, you know, I don't know if it makes much sense to go for a partial or just a frontal, because honestly, you're probably getting a hair system to have good hair, the hair that you always wanted. And I don't think that, you know, just getting a partial up front when you're experiencing a significant amount of hair loss near your crown is the way to go. I don't think that you're going to be happy with your hair at that moment. You know, you might be up front, right? But every time that you look in the mirror or catch, you know, the crown recession and things like that, the diffusion, excuse me, I think that you're going to be finding yourself wanting a full hair system. So I would say whether you should get a partial or not is all about if your alopecia, if your hair loss is kind of concentrated in one area, whether it is in your hairline, or if it's, you know, if it's a different reason for alopecia, maybe it's trichotillomania or something where it's not male pattern baldness, say it's on the side of your head or just on the crown or something else you might want to consider getting a partial. But if you have hair loss that is occurring in multiple regions across your scalp, namely like your temporal regions and your front hairline and into your crown region, I'm just not so sure I'm convinced that that is the best option for you. Now, if you guys would like to see a little bit more content all about frontal hair pieces, hair systems, partials, things like that, let me know. I'm gonna go and try to dig more content up, more videos, more reviews, things like that I'd be happy to share with you guys. But thanks to Lord Hair for sponsoring this video, and we'll catch you guys soon.